It's good to know that you are there. This is the Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN Television. You are on to the news on the hour. I am Folusho Taiwo. You're welcome. The federal government and the judiciary came under attack on Thursday as a federal high court in Abuja granted the Department of State Services permission to detain the publisher of Sahara Reporters and convener of the Revolution Now protest, Omoyele Sowore, for 45 days. Operatives of the DSS had on Saturday arrested Sowore over his call for revolution ahead of the Revolution Now protest, which held in some parts of the country on Monday. Ruling on an ex parte application by the security agency to detain Sowore for 90 days to investigate him for treasonable related allegations, the Judge Justice Taiwo granted the agency permission to hold the activist for only 45 days. According to the judge, the 45 days period starting from Thursday will lapse on September 21, the date he also fixed for the next hearing session of the case. He, however, said that the order of detention for 45 days was subject to renewal for further days upon an application by the security agency in the event that its investigation could not be concluded within the first 45 days. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has said it had petitioned the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva over the way police authorities clamped down on Revolution Now protesters on Monday. The organization asked the council to immediately convene a special session to probe Sowore's arrest and repression of the protesters, including journalists who covered the protest. It described the order as repressive. SERAP's petition was contained in an open letter to the council dated August 8 and signed by its deputy director, Kolawole Oluwadare. SERAP said a rights situation in Nigeria had deteriorated drastically as the federal and state governments refused to obey court orders. SERAP also called on the council to ask Nigerian authorities to release unconditionally Sowore and all those detained in connection with the Revolution Now protests. It further asked the council to demand that Nigerian authorities cooperate with the United Nations Special Rapporteurs by allowing them free access to the country to investigate all allegations of human rights violations against protesters, journalists, bloggers, and other Nigerians. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Thursday arraigned a former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Maurice Iwu, for an alleged fraud of 1.23 billion naira. Iwu was arraigned on 4 counts charged before the Federal High Court in Lagos. In the charges, the EFCC alleged that he committed the offense in the build-up to the 2015 general elections in which President Muhammadu Buhari defeated then-incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan. According to EFCC, Iwu between December 2014 and March 27, 2015 aided the concealment of 1.23 billion naira in the account of Bioresources Institute of Nigeria Limited with number 101-860-3119 domiciled in the United Bank for Africa, UBA. The EFCC said Iwu ought to have reasonably known that the 1.23 billion naira form part of proceeds of an unlawful act, to wit fraud. The prosecuting counsel for EFCC, Mr. Rotimi Oyedepo, told the court that the ex-INEC chairman acted contrary to sections 18A and 15(2)A of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 and was liable to be punished under Section 15(3) of the same Act. The Akwa Ibom state government has sealed the premises of EcoBank in Ujo over alleged tax defaults. Tax officials, accompanied by some armed policemen, entered a branch of the bank along Oron Road in the morning of Friday and drove the staff out from the premises before locking its gates. A few bank officials who were hanging outside the premises where newsmen visited were seen apologizing to customers and directing them to other branches of the bank in Ujo. A notice put up by the Akwa Ibom State Internal Revenue Service at the locked entrance to the bank premises said that the organization had not been remitting the actual tax deducted from its employees' salaries and other relevant taxes due to the state, hence failed to comply with the provision of the relevant tax laws. The bank has allegedly defaulted in paying 301 million naira tax to the Akwa Ibom government, according to the court papers. The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC in Kebbi has deployed 500 personnel to ensure smooth traffic flow during the Eid al-Kabir celebration. Mr. Abayomi Ashaniyan, the state sector commander of the corps, disclosed this in an interview with newsmen on Friday in Benin Kebbi. Ashaniyan said that the command will monitor the conduct of road users to ensure free flow of traffic and minimal or no road crashes during the Salah festivities. He said that the personnel would also monitor drivers to ensure that they respect traffic rules and regulations. He urged motorists to adhere to traffic rules in order to avoid accidents, warning them to avoid overloading and dangerous driving. The commander said that anyone found wanting will be dealt with accordingly. We shall now go on a short commercial break. We shall be back with more stories. Please stay with us.
Ajayi Crowther University admission has commenced. Programs on offer include undergraduate, postgraduate, part-time, HND conversion, foundation and pre-degree in faculties of law, humanities, education, natural sciences, social sciences and management sciences. Our tuition is affordable and payable in 3 installments. Visit the university website at www.acu.edu.ng for online application, screening and admission letter. Given our state-of-the-art facilities, well-equipped library, decent learning environment and distinguished lecturers, apply now by logging on to www.acu.edu.ng. For details, call 0814-592-0637. Ajayi Crowther University, raising godly intellectuals.
You are welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. For more on our top stories, please visit our website at acnntv.com or youtube.com/ACNNTV. To be up to date with our news and other programs, please download the ACNN app for Android from Google Play Store. And now to some international news. Health authorities have continued with screening of travelers for Ebola symptoms at a busy border entry with the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. A civic leader said on Thursday, Christabel Mulala, mayor of Chili-la-Bombwe, town of the Copperbelt province, said the screening had been intensified since 2018 when a screening desk was established at the Kasumbalesa border. Mulala said the health personnel on the DRC side were also screening travelers and various transporters of goods into and outside that country. World Health Organization WHO and partners continue to respond to Ebola virus disease outbreak in the DRC, and communities in affected areas are generally supportive of the Ebola response. Operations in some areas have been temporarily disrupted due to insecurity. In the aftermath of back-to-back mass shootings in Texas and Ohio, Episcopal bishops are offering prayers conveying the grief of their dioceses and hoping for a future when American life will no longer be plagued by such sudden bursts of deadly gun violence. The seasoned bishop of the Rio Grande, Right Reverend Michael Moon, in an unlike video, called on the church to strive for peace, especially amongst young people. Southern Ohio Bishop Tom Brident Hall, while offering prayers to the victims and those affected by the shootings through a Facebook post, also lamented that this was the second time in a year that his diocese was in mourning after mass shooting in one of his cities. Meanwhile, churches in the El Paso, Texas area are giving prayers, counseling, and blood to help the victims of the recent mass shooting that has so far resulted in 22 deaths. Over the last weekend, a shooter entered a Walmart in El Paso and opened fire, killing 20 people and wounding several others in an incident believed to be inspired by white nationalism. 2 more people had died of their injuries later on, bringing the total to 22 fatalities. Police have stated that the suspect posted a manifesto online before the shooting, which warned of an attack in response to what it called the Hispanic invasion of Texas. According to reports, 21-year-old Patrick Crucius is the head suspect and has thus far been charged with 1 count of capital murder while the investigation continues. A host of churches in El Paso has responded in doing a number of things to help, including prayer vigils and setting up of blood donor clinics, offering professional counseling to help the victims. And now to sports. As the FIBA Afro-Basket for women is about to begin in Senegal, the names of players that will do battle for Nigeria has been released. The 12-man Tigress list has most of the players who are at the World Championship, with few new faces added to the team. The announcement was made by General Manager of the team, Maktabene Amatri, who is also a former international. She expressed hope that the team will retain its title in Senegal. According to her, Coach Otis and his Tigers are ready to rumble in the jungle of Senegal in order to defend their title. The Afrobasket is also the beginning of the chase for 2020 Olympic first phase ticket, while second phase takes place in February next year. Greece international Dimitrios Silvas has claimed that Nigeria international Kenneth Omeruo's proposed switch to CD Leganes is a done deal. According to Spanish sports reports, Silvas leaked the information that the Super Eagles star has already signed for Leganés and will be unveiled by the La Liga side in the coming days. After long negotiations, Leganés have agreed to pay Chelsea €4.5 million for the permanent signing of Omeruo. The 25-year-old who arrived Chelsea from Sunshine Stars in January 2012 is expected to put pen to paper on a 5-year deal until the summer of 2024. Omeruo had attracted interest from Celta Vigo, Villarreal and Amiens about his priority was to continue his career at Leganés, where he shone last season. Former Cameroon striker Samuel Eto'o has backed for Romelu Lukaku to continue to shine at Inter Milan following his club record move to the Serie A side. Lukaku ended his 2-year spell at Manchester United on Thursday, joining Antonio Conte's Inter Milan in a reported €80 million deal before the Premier League's transfer window closed. The 26-year-old had been linked with an exit since United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made it clear that he preferred Marcus Rashford up front. Eto'o, who was part of Inter's treble-winning season under Jose Mourinho in 2009-2010, played alongside Lukaku during his spell at Chelsea, has tipped the Belgian to succeed at San Siro. And so that's it on this edition of the News on the Hour. We want to thank you and thank you profusely for watching. I am Folusho Taiwo. Please mend it. Never end it in a hurry. God bless you.